Good afternoon and welcome to Stratford University, fourth floor, Alexandria campus. And the fourth floor houses both the School of Nursing and the various schools of health science, and are dedicated to the laboratory portions of the university and its programs. Now, you could also see here, of course, that we have signage and also sanitary stations where we have hand sanitizers and masks available. And typically, this would be a lounge. We have lounges on, this is a 5-floor facility. We have lounges on both the 3rd and 4th floor. The 3rd floor is reserved for lecture classes. But the 4th floor is reserved for laboratory classes for both, again, health science and nursing. But right now it is empty because we would like to, for the minimal laboratory classes that we have currently running due to the quarantine, we like to minimize the time that the student has on campus. So they come to the campus, do what they need to do, and go home and be in their safe place. Now, other precautions as well have been also implemented by the university. All the health laboratories, you must keep your mask on at all times when on campus. We perform hand washing before and after the laboratories, and here also the distancing. The laboratories are done by appointment. We do not allow, even though we have capacity for this first health lab here at 15, we do not allow more than 5 students at any given session. And we try not to have 2 laboratories running at the same time on the same floor. Again, we share the laboratories with the School of Nursing. Now, Health Lab 1, we could use it for lecture. We have all overhead projectors in all our rooms, including our laboratories. All 4 laboratories on this 4th floor are OSHA rated wet laboratories and have sinks and eye wash stations as per OSHA guidelines. And you could also see that in the back, right, we have everything clinically we need: autoclave, items, incubators for microbiology. And again, we try not to grow too many dangerous things at all, actually. And we have our dedicated biohazard. And after the lab is over, all the items get discarded in our biohazards. And you could also see here, Stratford University is big on simulations. We have a little bit aged simulation dummy, but we can no longer support its old software, but we could still use it also for training purposes as well. 2 EKG stations, and of course, phlebotomy stations here and here. Okay. Let's see, what else do we have here? And that's Health Lab 1, of course, all supplies. And for this class is typically used for medical assisting and laboratories. But again, we also share with our nursing counterparts. Here's a larger class, which is rated for at least 25 students. And we also use it as a clinical laboratory, as you can see by the clinical chairs here. We have quite a plethora of dissection kits and supplies due to the fact that, again, we don't want more than 5 students per laboratory. So we if we have a dissection laboratory in Health Lab 1, any extra students, again, by appointment, can be moved into this laboratory until the quarantine has been lifted. And again, as well, could also be used as a lecture room. We have, of course, computers in every room, computer stations for the professor. And we also have a Moodle, our learning management system, which is where all the students submit discussions, tasks, homework, and quizzes, and even exams. Again, one of our many bulletin boards showing our, these are nursing pinning ceremonies and nursing graduates. Health Lab 3 is dedicated to the School of Nursing, solely to the School of Nursing, as you can see here. Again, the stations mimic the clinical environment in which they are to work, and also, but these are fully functional mannequins that also have software and hardware support. Again, this is for nursing. Now, Health Lab 4, right, is also can be utilized as a clinical laboratory, which it is, and there's some diagnostic kits in the back there as well. And this is also rated for around 20 to 25 students. But what makes the Health Lab 4 unique is we also have interactive software, and it is nice to have something like our smart boards here. And we have actually several other smart boards located on this floor as well in storage, and also on the 3rd floor. And again, you have a station for your professor, and you could see there's also a remote station for the smart board as well. And of course, we can also go old school as well with a nice little portable whiteboard. So those are our laboratories on the 4th floor. We have a rather large storage space, which is behind this big wall here, and it is for the future nursing laboratories. Now, the 3rd, 4th, and 5th floors. 3rd floor, as I stated earlier, is reserved for lecture classes, and they have, you know, your typical setup, a computer station for your professor, and we have various room sizes, anywhere from 15 students to 30 students, and if we need more, we have an auditorium that's rated for about 50 students comfortably. Now, this is our instructor/professor lounge. As you can see, we have several cubicles here. And here is where the offices of both health science and the School of Nursing. And you can see here as well with secure rooms for the School of Nursing. The 4th and 5th floors, 5th floor is reserved for culinary. We also have little cubbies here as well for tutoring and some testing. And of course, lastly, an eating lounge for the professor, or just a nice little quiet place for the professors, to meet on off hours. So that takes us in full circle all the way back to where we started. And again, to the advisory board members and committee members, thank you very much on behalf of Stratford University and especially us here at the School of Health Sciences. And now we're back here at where we started. And again, thank you very much, for being with us today.